some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. The Dome, home to the Orange in Syracuse University. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Iowa State Cyclones, taking on a team from the MAC, the Syracuse Orange. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Syracuse will kick off and will be underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Game. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the pitch. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Under fire. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Dropping back, it's Camara. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Hunt is on its way. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's got it on the right. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
Watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Got a man. It's flat. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
On a big third down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab. Ball down, but he has enough to move the chains. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
Syracuse has a really nice drive going. Looking to throw on 1st down. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. That is what you call putting a little air under it and letting your guy run to it.
Exactly right, Reese. It's so hard to track that football when you put so much air underneath it, and I'm trying to...
Touchdown, Syracuse! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Nice throw, nice catch, and I think we're going to see and hear a lot of that guy to that guy. A touchdown catch in game 1, now a touchdown catch in game 2. We're going to continue to find that playmaker throughout this season.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Got enough for the 1st down. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to...
Oh, he's got some space. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
And how about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 1st downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
They'll say he stepped out of bounds right at the 17.
Nice job by the QB. You can tell they want to push it down the field. They want to be aggressive on 1st down, which I love, which is really hard to stop from a defensive standpoint. But there's a good job scrambling outside the pocket, picking up the 1st down, and then saving his life. Good job. Get out of bounds.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Looking to pass. It's Camara. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Iowa State.
And this connection is on fire to start the season. Not 1, not 2, 3 games in a row he's got a receiving touchdown. They continue to find the playmaker, and I don't think it's going to end after game 3.
And he tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. And when you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. They go to the ground. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Makes the grab. It's Woods. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. They go back to work. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. Syracuse with a fresh set of downs to open play here in the second. They'll run it from the gun. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass on 2nd down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He'll pull it down and run. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And he's really proven to this defense that he's just not a one-trick pony. He can beat you through the air, and now he can do this. Now he can take off and scramble, move the sticks, get us 1st down for his offense. This defense, they're starting to learn pretty quickly. This guy is a talented joker at quarterback.
Off-play action on 1st down. He'll take a shot. Snags it. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Orange.
And that's exactly why you do play action. You freeze linebackers, you freeze safeties, you open up spots on the field and take big shots. The offense capitalizes and gets the big touchdown.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. The kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The give out of the gun. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
He's got an open man. Wide open on the right. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Cyclone.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the point after is good. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The ball back and ready to go to work. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like 2 heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Looking downfield on first down. Right on the money. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. Wants to go up top. He's got it. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
The Orange now facing a 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Spits it out to the back. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
The linebacker's showing off a little bit of athletic ability, playing some man coverage. A lot of times those guys don't play this all the time, so you see them kind of get nervous and a lot of times get that pass interference or get a little bit handsy. Really nice job seeing the football, breaking on it, and swatting it to the ground.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Fires to the right. He's got it. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here.
And they find the big play wide receiver again. This guy has been featured early, And it looks like it's going to be often. Already over 100 yards, still in the second quarter. He is having himself a day.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Syracuse comes to the line on 1st and goal. Just keep slinging it. Just a little off. Incomplete.
And this offense shows right away on 1st down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on 2nd down and goal?
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Right out trying to get it. Touchdown, Cuse. Made the grab and then did the rest himself. They put points on the board.
Love the individual effort here by the wide receiver. After he has the ball, able to make people miss. You see the speed as he goes in for the touchdown.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Nevada is down right now, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born today in Reno. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Troy. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Runs 1st down. The defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running.
Dropping back, it's Camara. Floating away. Unleashes one. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
Right, that's your goal. Separate man from the ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about physically. Jar that football and knock it out. Nice job on the defender.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. The short hand, it's Vincent. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the 1st. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, you're seeing this more and more often in college football with the analytics and everything else, but 4th and inches, they decide to go for it, and they pick it up on the ground.
You know, I really think it's a smart move, too, because why just give up and hand them the ball and give the defense a boost of morale that they really didn't earn?
Yeah, and I like the decision, too, based on who their personnel is and what their identity is as an offense. They want to be physical and control the line of scrimmage. It's a good call.
Yeah, I love that the QB understood I'm going to put some stank on this. I'm going to throw it as hard as I can quickly, right when he's breaking out of that curl. Nice job getting it to him quick so he can get a 1st down.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Cyclones with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. To the air. It's Camara. A little screen to the running back. Tackle is made at the 33. It's about a 5-yard pickup, and that'll be enough for a first down.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
And now on second down for this offense. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Pulls it in, it's Gabe. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Tight end now in motion. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Punch it out of the air. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. He got it! And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Looking for a man. It's Camara. Throwing right. He got it. They will score. Touchdown, Iowa State.
Man, that is picture-perfect execution by this offense. That is how you close a half. Chewing up some time, getting in the end zone, a chance to tie this up and feel really good about yourself going into halftime.
Looking for the time with the extra point. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. So a drive there of 85 yards. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Seconds in the first half. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Blunt. Brings it to the open. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
2nd and 10. He'll throw again. Here's the pressure. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get to the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Right on target this time. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. So better look out. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
The interesting thing about these RPOs is it takes a lot of communication. You know, the quarterback sticks it in the belly of the running back, and the running back doesn't know if he's going to take it or not. And you could tell, took the football, got north-south, got upfield, got a great positive gain and a positive play for this offense.
Gets the back moving. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got his man across the middle. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. He's at the 37. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
More to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Back to pass. Unloads to the right. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. And you don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. But sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You're just getting...
Pulls it in down the sideline. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the run, it's Gay. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's a really good job by the defense understanding leverage. I can't let that fast up get outside of me towards the sidelines. Nice job expanding with him and then going and making a tackle. One of the hardest things to do in football is tackle guys in the open field. Great job going and getting him on the ground.
One of the things I love about this defense, they just have such great awareness. They're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And the Cyclones will try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught near the sticks. It's Vincent. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. The Cyclones are on the move. Looking downfield, it's Kamara. Using his legs to buy some time. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
This guy just is so comfortable running routes, and he has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket, make it easy on his quarterback, and they pick up the first down.
He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Touchdown, Cyclones! And that one will give him the lead.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone. You love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Wants to fire on second down. This time he's got his man.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Syracuse lines up on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Working that left side now. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This dude is putting in work out of the slot, and he is just wearing out this defense.
Man, you see it, Reese, in football. These slot guys are so quick, so athletic. You back them up off the football so you can't get hands on them, and you just find ways to continue to get him the football. He's making plays, so I'm going to continue to throw it his way.
Hauls it in.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
The Orange with a ton of options available on 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's flat. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man, it's Woods. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Gonna look downfield again. That's caught. It's Woods. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
The Orange now facing a 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He's got his man, makes the grab. close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the field.
Makes the grab, pass the marker. He's got enough to give Syracuse the first down. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the fourth down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. Fourth down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big fourth down.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
And that's why, for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Touchdown, Syracuse. Quick strike through the air for the score. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
Has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. He leaves it with his back. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter, because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll pull it on the read. Turning it on. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
And this QB is dialed in. You've already seen the passing ability to make plays down the field. But how about this? Running the option as well. The diversity of this offense, really hard to stop, and he's having a day.
Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
There's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out of the belly. Do I pull it out? When I pull it, I got to get my feet set. Make an accurate throw to the right guys. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
This time on target. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. And the Cyclones come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Here's a hit. Blasted as he lets it go. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
As a quarterback, it's never fun getting hit, but it always feels a little bit better when you're able to complete a strike down the field. Nice shot.
And this offense is so close they can almost taste taking a fourth quarter lead. They don't want to leave too much time on the clock for an answer.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Go to those situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just...
Touchdown,
4th.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Finds the tight end. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want them.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. Looking downfield on first down. Snagged out of the air. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. He makes the catch. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. Looking to throw again. Almost intercepted, and that might have been the ball game if he had held on. Instead, it's 4th down.
And now with that play, for this offense, it's got to have it time. Yeah, I'm going for it on 4th down. Obviously, a field goal does nothing, but I got 3 timeouts, and that is a good thing. Because I have those in my pocket, I can attack the whole field. I just got to focus in on the yard.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that is a backbreaker. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
Finds his man. It's Gay. Still on his feet at the 45. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
The Cyclones come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
From the gun, running back on the move.
Well, there's not a lot of mystery what you're going to do on offense at this point in the game. With the lead late, you're just going to lean on your star running back. This is a guy who is going to play on Sundays at the next level. Just keep giving him the football and just let him take this thing over.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got the quick pass. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you. You saw both of these offenses put on the show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of